Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I have CT Toys Scarlet Spider, the bootleg version of the Mafex Scarlet Spider. Happy New Year, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe. So coming off the gate, I've been seeing these bootlegs on social media. I do have a couple bootlegs of Spider-Man, the Mafex Spider-Man figures from the past. They're super cheap, so you know you're taking a risk because one fear is that if you purchase it, it'll just be a box of plastic pieces and nothing more. I've purchased a few in the past. They're very cheap, which is a draw for them. And here's one of the original Mafex Spider-Man, and this is pretty good figure. It had super loose joints where the pieces fell off. It's not like fitted properly. You can see that in the torso here. But overall, it's a pretty good figure for, I think I may have paid $20 for this, 5 years ago at this point. This Scarlet Spider cost me $30, including shipping. Took a little bit of time to get here, but the only reason it took time was because of the holidays. It actually got held up in the post office, where I live, in Pittsburgh. So it took, I don't know, an additional 5 days to just get released from the post office. But anyhow, the bootlegs are fun to buy just because you can customize them, and you don't have to pay like $100. Here's the Mafex version. This guy was $100, and I actually got a defective one and I bought this from Japan, and this ankle joint was broken right out of the package. And there's nothing I could do about it because I got it from Japan. I couldn't return it. It just would have been a huge hassle. So you can even take a risk with quality control with, the high quality Mafex $100 figures. So to get a $30 figure, and it looks great, and there's a lot of draws and appeal to this figure, which we're going to get into. So let's bust them open and check out this CT Toys Scarlet Spider. I want to say I love the Scarlet Spider. He's one of my all-time favorite versions of Spider-Man, Ben Reilly. I don't really like what they've done with him in modern times, like the last 10 to 15 years, but the original Clone Saga, his original time period in the 90s when he became Spider-Man, and then his ultimate end, which was just a perfect ending for him. And then the return of Peter Parker to the mantle of Spider-Man was a great story, and I loved it when I was young. I know a lot of people hate the Clone Saga because it's long and convoluted or whatever, but I loved Ben Reilly. I love this look, and I love this design. So let's check this out. So this is right out of the package from the mail. The box is just destroyed, but it's a bootleg, so I don't really care about the box. Here is the back of the box. Here's the side. Pretty similar to what the Mafex version looks like. It even has the 186. It has the same image, comic book image that they use. They have CT there, 6-inch. Yeah, but this was crushed in the mail. It doesn't appear that the figure is damaged at all, but it got crushed in the mail. There's no official Mafex sticker at the bottom. So this is in fact a bootleg. It looks like this has been tampered with. So we'll see what we got on the inside. But just for the sake of fun, and to have another Scarlet Spider figure at a discount price, I'm willing to take the hit if this doesn't work out. So I'm gonna pull this open because it's already damaged. And let's see what we got. And I gotta say, like, right off the bat, he looks great. And oh my goodness, Okay, so the biggest draw for this figure is the Mafex version. Excuse me, the Mafex version used the new design of what the Scarlet Spider has looked like in recent history. He has like the smaller eyes, and then this is actually the original Scarlet Spider head. But on this figure is what the new design looks like, and I'll show you in a minute. But it has this mask with the smaller eyes, and then the logo is up to the upper right side, and it's small, and that's not what this image looks like here. This is straight out of the comics. It's big across the chest. He has the big eyes. Like, that's what Scarlet Spider looks like. But they decided to go with the newer look in the comics, and this is what we get. And they do give the head sculpt, but they give the wrong sweatshirt. So when I saw that this inexpensive figure had 2 sweatshirts and they look like good quality, I was like, I have to pick this figure up. Like, it has the original sweatshirt design, so you can have the original look of the Scarlet Spider if you want, or you can have the new one if you want. So they give you a lot of options here, and just for the low price, like, I had to jump all over this. So okay, this comes in a couple parts. So what do we have here? We have all the different webbing, spaghetti style webbing, which is the standard webbing that you're always going to get. I'll open it just to see what, you know, one piece of it is, but I'm not going to analyze the webbing. It's like, who cares? Yeah, so you got your standard webbing. It's a nice bendy plastic. You can't pose it, but good quality. So if you want to pose with the webbing, you can. You have tons of different typical webbing options. So good enough for me for the bootleg. You have a stand. I'm not going to open the stand and review the stand. Who really cares? But maybe you do care. So if in the future in my videos you're like, please review the stands and all the pieces, I will. But I personally don't care about that stuff. I want to get into the figure and see what he's like. So I'm going to try and pull this open without dumping all the pieces all over the place, because, yep, that's what happens. So as soon as that little bit of torque and all the hands came out all over the place. So, all right, let's get him out. All right, so I'm holding him, and I'm feeling him, and I'm looking at him, and so right off the bat, the joints are really tight, which is amazing, because when I got this guy, his legs like fell off. See, I had to use sticky tack to just make the joints a little bit tighter. So that's amazing. Upon first look, the sweatshirt has a wire in it, so that's great. They didn't cheap out there. The sweatshirt looks great. It's actually a thick cloth instead of this shiny polyester material. So this is thinner and it shows the cuts more, but I like that this is actually a sweatshirt material. There's no wire on the bottom. It's sewn very nicely. This is a very nice quality. Like, this is great. Very impressive on the sweatshirt. And I guess the ties are a little bit long. So that's a little bit excessive, but you can snip those. And there's a wire in the hood, so you can pose it and make it the way you want it, which is really nice. So they give you the wire, and wow, nice quality. Everything feels tight and good. I can see a little bit of the metal in the joint there. So that's a little nitpicky quality control. Let's see, checking out the arms. The arms look a little bit thin. Okay, so here's the original here on the right. Here's the CT Toys on the left. So if you look at the web shooters on the CT Toy look a little bit smaller and don't have as much precision. So it's just a little bit sloppier. The arms do look a little bit skinnier on the CT toys. I don't know if that's, yeah, they're definitely a little bit tinier, just slightly. Even the shoulders look just slightly smaller. Let's see, thinner, I would say. The legs look about the same. Yeah, everything just looks a little bit skinnier, from my point of view. The belt is a soft plastic. On my Mafex Scarlet Spider, the little web cartridges just busted off all the time because they're like a really hard plastic, and I had to glue them on, so that was pretty annoying. What else? The posing is nice. I mean, these joints are tight, which is what I'm very excited about. No busted ankle joint on him. The toe joints are a little bit loose, so that could be a concern. They didn't cut it, so it doesn't look nice and smooth there on the toe joint, so that's just a little bit sloppy, which is to be expected. A little bit of gappage in the knee joints, so that's a little bit sloppy there. The crunch, his torso is extremely tight. So we have nice back bend, very tight. So like on this guy, that pops off super easily. Like I said, I had to put some sticky tack on it, and his leg just popped off right as I was just trying to pose him a little bit. This is another bootleg. I don't even know who this is from. It's just marketed as Mafex, but it's a super cheap price, which will tell you that it's a bootleg. So this is really good quality. What else? All right, so let's take a look at the other sweatshirt. So with Mafex, you did not get a different sweatshirt, but with the CT toys, you do. And look at that. That is a nice, proper Scarlet Spider sweatshirt. The logo is nice and big. It's good quality. We got the logo on the front and the back. We got a wire in the hood. And he looks great. So I'm going to switch this because I don't like the new version of the Scarlet Spider. But first, let's take a look at the other head sculpts. So you do get the classic Scarlet Spider head sculpt. Looks great. I'm not really seeing any quality control issues there. Looks fantastic. And you also, Mafex gave, this is like the symbiote head from the Black Suit Spider-Man. So you get a little bit more of expression there. This is the symbiote version. It's just painted red, and they gave you a third. So you get 3 head sculpts. And then, of course, you get the newer looking head sculpt. So it looks very good. So I'm gonna switch these out and put the proper sweatshirt and my favorite old school Scarlet Spider head sculpt. So pop that off. That's what the joint looks like there. That's a nice looking joint. I want to try and, yeah, this material feels very nice too. It doesn't feel like delicate like it's gonna rip. They did a really good job. So that comes off. Oh, popped his just popped his shoulder off there. Still feels very tight. So that's what he looks like with the shirt off. That's what he looks like from behind. It doesn't even have, like, see how this one has just poorly connected at the torso there? It actually fits together. They did a really good job. This is really good quality for $30. It's not perfect, but not even Mafex is perfect. So for $30, this looks great. And now I'm going to put the proper sweatshirt on him. And hopefully I won't break him because he's fragile. Thank you for bearing with me in this video. And get that on there. Try to get it on there quickly for you all. And there we go. And he looks great. And then we're going to put the old school head on. And there you have it. Now there is a proper old school 90s Scarlet Spider with the logo across the chest, nice and big. Like I said, there's a wire in the hoodie. And, you know, if you want to customize it, you can rip it and tatter it up. But he looks great. And this is how the Mafex version should have been. You get all the different, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different hands. So he comes with the fisted hands. You get the magnetic feet. Look, yeah, the magnets work. So there you go. You get the magnetic feet, which I'm going to put on. I like to have the magnetic feet and hands. Does it have the magnetic hands? Yes, it does, as they are together right now. So you can get 6 hands, 3 head sculpts, 2 sweatshirts, 2 different feet. You get the stand, and you get all the different webbing. So honestly, in my opinion, this is an improvement on the Mafex because you get the additional sweatshirt. What would make this figure perfect is if you get the Ben Reilly head sculpt. So here's Ben Reilly in his Spider-Man costume. Love this figure. Gorgeous Mafex figure. So totally worth it for the price and the quality. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of, you know, gappage. The paint looks nice. A little bit sloppy on the belt. You can see the sloppy paint on the belt. The silver is blending into the brown. A little bit warped here and there, but overall, like, this is just as good as a Hasbro Marvel Legends figure. It's almost as good as Mafex, honestly. Here's my other favorite Scarlet Spider, the most recent Hasbro version. You know, this is a thicker body sculpt. Obviously, he's jacked. He's just jacked. And this is a nice slender. But anyhow, CT Toys, all the great articulation, all the joints, the pouches on the ankles look good. Double jointed elbows. Tons of dynamic poses. It's tight. The quality is good. Highly recommend this figure. One of the best bootlegs I've ever seen. And you get 2 sweatshirts. I mean, you just can't beat that. Highly recommend this figure. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. God bless you all, and Happy New Year. Peace.